So I just wanted to do a quick demo of Up Dog. So Up Dog is, I guess, the next challenge, physical challenge up from a Cobra pose. And it's something that I don't generally do in my standard yoga classes. It's something that can be done, a posture that can be done instead of a Cobra pose in sun salutations. So I will take you through that and maybe look at introducing it moving forward. One of the reasons for not introducing it, and again, we're all very different, so for some people this posture will be very straightforward and it's not a challenge, but for others it will be quite a challenge to come into it either fully or partially, and that will be to do with strength in the upper body and tightness across the tops of the feet. So I will demonstrate coming into the different steps, if you like, or the different stages of that back bend posture. So there's a baby cobra, and Up Dog, and then I'll demonstrate it as part of a sequence. So if we were in a position that we would normally come into for Cobra pose, so our Cobra, we have hands by the side of the chest. A baby Cobra is hands a little bit further forward, so they're more under the shoulders. You're gently tucking the elbows in, and we're inhaling and lifting. And down, and then if we were coming into Cobra, we would have the hands more side of the chest, inhaling and lift, and then down. And so Up Dog is, we've got the toes extended long, I've got the hands a bit further back so the forearms are roughly vertical, and then I'm pressing up as if I was almost coming into, well, as if I was coming into a press up, but with my toes, or into plank rather, but with my toes down and my chest more forward. So I've got more of a back bend and the gaze is forwards. So I'm pressing up. And then one of the common transitions from here is into downward dog. And then I'm going to step forwards, fold forwards and come up, hands to prayer position and down. So it's, when you come into that, you'll immediately be aware of the feeling of the strength, I guess, in the upper bodies and shoulders to hold that position. So very much a similar feeling to plank in the arms, but we've got this, because we've curve in the body, we've got this gentle stretch that's going in the hip flexors, abdominal muscles, chest, and with the toes extended long, we're getting that stretch across the top of the feet. And that, having the toes extended long, for a lot of people, that can be quite a challenge. So you'll end up, for some people, having the toes of plank and having the front of the body like Up Dog. So if I demonstrated that, so I'm in a plank and then I'm letting my hips drop towards the ground as I take my gaze forward. So I've got my toes down. So that's, if we can, we want to try and avoid that. Not that it's particularly dangerous in any way, but we want to try and put the stretch work into the tops of the feet. So if you try to do Up Dog and you can't extend the toes long, then continue to do Cobra pose instead. Because in Cobra pose, most of us can extend the toes long. It might be that the feet are turned out to the side slightly as a modification for that. So the Up Dog, if you were coming into, let's say if you were coming into it from a plank, extending the toes, the hips drop down, take the gaze forwards. With that action of the hips dropping down, it's not like we're just letting that just sink to the ground. We've still got control of that part of the body, so we're not just letting the belly and the hips hang towards the ground. So as you're doing that, we've got some engagement in the abdominal muscles, in the thighs to feel strong and in control of that posture. So I'll demonstrate it as a variation for a sun salutation. So this would be, I guess, just a little bit more physically demanding than the normal sun salutation that I would do. And it's something that if you were coming to my classes regularly, you could, if you felt comfortable doing the Up Dog variation, you can just do that in with everybody else doing the Cobra pose variation. So if we were doing it as part of a sun salutation, we would have a hands prayer position, breath in and out, inhaling up, Breathing out, folding forwards. Hands to shins, inhale as you lift into a flat back. We would take hands to the mat to come into a plank position. So from our plank, we're going to come halfway down, extend the toes and come into our up dog. So we would come down, extend the toes, press up into our up dog, turn the toes over to come back to a downward dog. Stepping forwards and folding forwards. And coming up, hands to prayer position, and then down. So just to highlight the difference, so the sun salutation is the same as it comes to plank, and then it changes from plank. So in our up dog, we're halfway down, extend the toes and up, back to plank. In our cobra, we're all the way down, extend the toes, cobra, down, and back to downward dog. And coming up. So you can see, give it a go, you'll notice more work in the upper body and the shoulders, because we're not bringing the body all the way down onto the mat. So from that plank position, we're coming down to a point where the upper part of that forearm is level with the side of the body, and then we're pressing ourselves back up into our up dog and then back into downward dog. So we're not coming down onto the mat at all. So worth a little try. And we'll look at introducing a little bit more up dog into not only the sun salutations, but as part of the standing sequences as well. So thank you for watching. Take care for now.